Hey everybody, it's Tara Bryan, and you are listening to the Course Building Secrets podcast. Whether you're a coach or a CEO, the success of your team and clients is based on your ability to deliver a consistent experience and guide them on the fastest path to results. This podcast will give you practical, real-life tips that you can use today to build your online experiences that get results and create raving fans. Why? So you can monetize your expertise and serve more people without adding more time or team to your business. If you're looking to uncover your $1 million framework, package it, and use it to scale, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hey everybody, welcome to this week's podcast episode. I am thrilled that you're here. Hey, in this episode, I want to talk about dusty PDFs. This is one of my favorite terms, and I can't even remember where I heard it, but it's one of my favorites because I think that it's a huge sort of opportunity, I'll frame it that way, for a lot of business owners who have been in this game for a long time, is you probably have a lot of content that is living in Dropbox or Google Drive or Microsoft Box, I don't know, whatever tool you're using. So many things that you've created that could be helpful for your audience, either on the sort of client attraction side or on the client fulfillment side. And the problem is that they're literally like in a Dropbox folder somewhere and you've forgotten all about them. But I don't know about you, but there are times that I will go into one of my mini kind of backups that I have on my computer, and I'll look at a presentation I did at a national conference or a PDF I created for a talk that I did or something that I've created in the past. And I'll look at it and be like, oh my gosh, like this is really good. This is actually the messaging I'm still using. Why don't I use this anymore? Where did this document go? And so I don't know if you're like me, but I have a lot of dusty PDFs out there. I actually was just talking to a client the other day and I'm like, didn't you create a planner that you were using and selling to your customers a couple years ago? And she's like, I did. I was using it for a different program. And I'm like, well, how easy would it be to just sort of repackage it into the current offer that you have? And she's like, oh my gosh, it would be so easy. It would take me probably less than an hour. And that would be an additional source of revenue that I didn't even think about that I've already created. And I went, aha, like there's something here, right? And I think that we underestimate the amount of content that we've created in the past that actually serves people and could really help them and turn into an additional revenue source. One of the things I don't think that I really understood until I was well into this journey as, you know, when I was an agency owner, when I was an employee, is the power of creating an asset and having it be able to be used over and over and over and over and over again without having to recreate that asset. So that's the game we're playing, right? As we're looking at packaging and scaling our business, is how do we create things that we can offer to our customers that don't require us to like reimagine it every single time we have a new customer. So that's the game. And so what's interesting is all of these sort of presentations or planners or documents or product, like information product types, things that we've already packaged. Here's the problem that we have is as creators, we want to keep creating and creating and creating, right? And so we're like, oh, well, we've already created that. That's great. That's all done. Now we're going to go create something different. And the mentality shift that needs to happen is like, okay, we've created that thing. That's awesome. Now, how do we help our customers consume it over and over and over and over and over again without us having to touch it again? And so we forget the value of what we've created because we've moved on and we just want to keep creating new things. So I challenge you to look at some of those dusty PDFs that you have in your Dropbox folder or your Google Drive folder or wherever you keep all of your dusty PDFs and really look at it and say, will this still serve my customers? And then how can I monetize that particular asset that I have created in the past that would still serve my customers, would still solve a problem that they had, or could be part of my core offer suite that is included, right? So say, for example, that planner that I was talking about, that is a great add-on, either as a one-time offer or an upsell to this client's sort of signature offer that she has right now, right? It's just the ability for people to get the sort of the paper version of what all the tech is doing in her signature program. And so it's such a great compliment for people who want the paper, who want to be able to follow along on the digital experience with a physical element to write into it, right? So even if 10% of her customers take that offer, it's still a converting offer, it's still adding money into her pocket, and it's something that she created already that she doesn't need to recreate again. And I think that it's such a powerful lesson, both a reminder for me and a lesson for my customers to really look at, like, what do you already have in there that can just be repackaged and resold without your involvement. And really truly understanding that there is so much value in what you've created already, that the value is not in you necessarily showing up and doing something new every single time or reinventing the wheel for every one of your customers. It's really about how are you solving that problem for that customer in the fastest way possible. And if you have already built something that solves that problem, put it out there. Don't try and recreate it. Don't try and customize it for every customer, and don't reinvent the wheel. Every time you have a new customer, you shouldn't be starting from scratch. You should just be moving them through your signature framework so that they are able to go through your consistent fast track through their problem to their solution. If you're finding that you're constantly recreating things, look and see if you're constantly recreating things because of your need to create things. That's a different problem that we can solve a little bit differently and not have it cause all that chaos in your business. Or are you recreating things constantly because your customers are not all aligned with the same problem and seeking the same result? That is another sort of growth stopper of your business. And that just means being able to tighten up who you're serving, what problem they have, and the result that they are looking to achieve. Then that helps to fix that. But I guarantee that you have some dusty PDFs that probably could go in either your front end sort of customer attraction area of your business or in your client fulfillment area of your business as you're building your scalable offer that is perfectly aligned and would not only help you monetize that asset you've already created, but it probably also is something that would help your customers. So I challenge you to, once you've listened to this podcast, go and find those dusty PDFs. I would love to hear stories of something that you have found that you have totally forgotten about that you actually could start monetizing today. And I'm going to follow up with this episode with one of the things that I think I could monetize that is just sitting in my Dropbox folder right now. And we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll use that as a case study in a future episode. So if you're interested in providing me some insights into what that dusty PDF was, go ahead and find my information in the show notes and drop me a line. I would love to hear what it is. If you love this podcast and want to continue to listen, I encourage you to subscribe either to the podcast on whatever podcast channel you listen to, and perhaps you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button for more episodes so you get notified right away. All right, thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Hey everybody, are you a business owner ready to streamline and scale your business? Imagine solving the biggest business challenges with clarity, a strategy, and a clear plan. Hey, I'm Tara Bryan, and I want to invite you to take the first step towards transforming your business with a free 30-minute discovery call. This call is an opportunity to discuss your goals, identify key challenges, and learn how my mentorship program, can help you achieve the success you're aiming for. In just a half hour, we'll explore how you can scale your business by enhancing your authority strategy, engagement strategy, and retention strategy. You'll get personalized advice and a clear path forward. Ready to take the first step? Click on the link below that's in the show notes to book your free discovery call now. I hope to talk to you soon.